MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Sentinels of Paris taking on the New York Jets. Which of these 0-3 teams will visit the win column for the first time? We'll see. We're underway here in week 4.
Ready?
Stroud off the play fake. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. You talk about this Jets defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Stroud. Complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
77
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
2nd down and 3. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Gets the dump off to Pierce. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd down. Stroud looking to change the play. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown. Odell Beckham. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Sentinels are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first-down gains.
The Jets had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
Lazard will go in motion right. On 2nd down, it's Cook again.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Well, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Bronco switch, Mustang 19. Let's go. Stroud now on 1st and 10.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete.
When you talk about this Jets defense,
it's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down.
Stroud, he's going to audible to something else.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Stroud to throw it.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down.
Come on. Hey. 18 Rattler.
Stroud.
And it's caught. Touchdown. From 13 yards out.
And the Sentinels go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
He completes it to Beckham. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Throwing now is Stroud.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Dameon Pierce
from 4 yards out.
And the Sentinels are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0.
21, Jets, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try and throw for it here. That is caught. And he is going to have a Jets first down, and he'll have it by plenty as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down.
That's good for a Jets. 20,
Tua sets up to pass it. He'll get this to Lazard. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This is caught. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
First down, Sentinels.
On first down, here's Stroud.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here goes Stroud again.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Let's go. Fix the Eagles. Fix the Eagles.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
And Pierce gets it again on second down.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Call it no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Pierce.
And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Jets are going to get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. From the gun, it's Tua.
Right back to Cook for another completion.
And he'll be out right at the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Let's go.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And that will be incomplete. Normally I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Well, they should have already said punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
Long. Hey, 21, T8. Hey. Ready.
Tua on 4th down. That's Tua's running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
He's got the hook up to Lazard. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And blocked down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Here's Tua. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
On 24-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
20, TX.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Pressure comes and down he goes. Chris Jones able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on fourth down. Let's see what's in store here. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off.
And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Dragon 60. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Catch match. Catch match. 79 Broncos. 19 Lions. Let's go.
1st and 10. It's Stroud. Going up top. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
Here's 2nd and 10.
70 Ranger.
Stroud wants to change it up with an audible.
7 Pirates. Rig alert. Rig Buffalo 18.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. He sets to fire deep. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there with his... out of the game, 4th of the year. And the Sentinels take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Sentinels 28, Jets 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
21G, 21G.
In motion right is Wilson. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Play action. Stroud now.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Panther 11, Panther 11, Mustang 19. Hey, Trash, trap 60, trap 60.
Stroud here on third and long. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
19 tight. 18 Rattler, 18, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
Go!
Now is 2nd and 10.
Dragon 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Go!
The throwing again is Stroud. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. 31 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Point after try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Stroud going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
2nd and 10. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. Allen Lazard, 65 yards. And the Jets get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready, set.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to play.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. It's a big play there. 41 yards.
Here we go,
So how
here we
about
go.
that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Stroud on 3rd down now. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Okay,
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Stroud now on 4th down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Jets are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and live.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On the ready. Check, Panther. Go.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down to the 25. Cameron Curl with the tackle that time. 3 quarters in the books.
Let's go now.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9.
Liking 18. Ready,
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
19.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
60,
Stroud
right,
looking to
60,
change the
right.
play.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. Gabriel Davis, 27 yards. And the Sentinels take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25.
17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
That's good for the Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Tua now on first down. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Alan Lazard with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
42. Jets 24.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up, 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And Stroud now to throw.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. And they're going to speed things up here.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And take it right on the 30. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4.
And the Jets will take over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Now a pass hauled in downfield. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
Stroud, he's going to audible to something else.
19, Pioneer. Panther 11, Panther 11. Mustang 19. Trap 60, Trap 60.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield. Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed.
19 tight, 19 tight. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 65 catch, 65 catch.
Fourth down, Stroud going to try to throw for it.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did.
Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
Loss of 6 brings up 2nd and 16 at the 20-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Here's Tua. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Hey, 21 T8. Hey. Turbo 1, high. All right, let's go. Out.
Tua now on first down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Solo left Zion.
Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception.
Jalen Petrie picks it up.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game.
And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
All right, come on.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this is going to be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
On the set.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He's going to look deep down the field. That is incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Ready.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Tua. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now Tua. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Intercepted. They'll take over first and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Let's go. Dragon 60. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 79 Broncos.
On 1st down, here's Stroud. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.